Well, hello, and welcome to the next Flosstube, which is approximately Flosstube 18, maybe? My book is off. My book is so off. I am Sadie. I am your host. If you just came from the Knitting Podcast, welcome back. I don't know how you managed to handle this much of me in a day. I can't handle this much of me in a day, and I'm me. So, welcome. How are you? Are you good? Are you good? I'm just adjusting. I was getting the movie maker ready for the Knitting Podcast. See, I got to do this in tandem. There's a lot of tandem going on. We do not do everything at once. It rubs the lotion on its skin or it gets the hose again, which is of course not the right accent for that, but whatever. I am rocking a lovely hand knit shawl that was gifted to me and smells really good. I have addressed that several times. Now, shall we jump into the stitching? Shall we? Because this one's going to be, I don't think it's going to be super long, but it is going to be a longer one because I actually have stuff to show you. Oh my god! So I have a finished object. It's been a while, so I am super pumped. I finished the birds. Here we go. There we go. And I kind of biffed this one thing because it was really hard to read in the pattern, but whatever, it looks okay. I love it. It is a Lenart bird kit based off of the watercolors of Marjolaine Bastien, and I love it. And now it's done. It's on 28 count even weave. It was a kit. It is done. It is done. I believe this is the 6th one for the year. If you count the smalls. I'm just going to slide it in here so it doesn't get hurt. So now that just needs to be framed because I take forever to frame things. I am a horrible person that way. I, however, feel really good to have finished something. It's like one more thing off. I think Stitch Mania was too much for me. I think it really crushed my spirits in the end because there was just too much. There's too much choice, and I am an indecisive person at the best of times. At the worst of times, I just lay there and look at stuff because I am paralyzed by indecision. So I think maybe next year, if I participate, when I participate, let's be honest, I am going to you do a modified version more like what Eclectic Possessions and the Evergreen Needle were doing. Emily and Kelly, respectfully. So, where they had like one and they worked on it a couple days and then they had another and they worked on it a couple of days. I think that would work better for me because right now I'm just like, meh, meh. Because I turn into a horse when I'm indecisive, apparently. I have been getting back to Stevie, who is the Gypsy Queen by Nora Corbett. She's number 142. She's really popular. I like her. I like her a lot. And I was so excited to get back to her because I had missed her so much. And I'm getting to a point where I'm seeing the end of the tunnel start to come up. We have, she's so blown out back there, but there's not going to be, she's very light. I wonder, there we go. So, all of that is done. She just needs her beads. And basically what I've been doing since you last saw her has been all of this orange and this sash, this purple sash. Put this in. Oh, do everything backwards. This. So basically this and everything over here is what I've been up to. And yeah, it's just been great fun. I like working on her. It's on 28 count. Picture this plus Lugana in the colorway Gingerbread. And I love the color. It works well with her. I need to put her hand on. She's got no hand. I will get that hand on. But I think she'll be done in a little bit here, which means I should probably start another Mira. And Kelly is sitting there going, start your mermaid, start your mermaid, and I want to so much. But I couldn't justify it while I had so many things on that I think I need to get one or two things off before I can start another Mirabilia. Or I may only be able to do one Mira at a time. I don't know yet. Because I've got two going right now because I started the winter. And I haven't worked on winter since I worked on her for Stitch Mania. Okay. So, one of the other things I worked on that you haven't seen in a while, and I was missing her, was Whimsy, who is Quick Stitch Bubble Fairy Cat Face by Heaven and Earth Designs, artwork originally by Carrie Hawks, whom I love. I love these stupid cat faces. This one kind of reminds me of Frank, who has the look of... She's very inbred. She's so inbred it hurts. But I love her to death. And so I worked on this, and apparently I don't know where I put the needle. It might be in the bag, hopefully. Should be in the bag. Okay, now I'm kind of worried. This is how far I've gotten on her. So since I've pulled her out, I finished a couple of squares in here, and I got more of this done. I think once I get this first page finished, I am just going to switch to full-on parking. Although I discovered my boxes are off because of this really thick line. In this one, there are some where I guess I decided 9 meant 10, so my boxes are actually off, and now I just have to disregard them, which is kind of annoying me. Plus, it's a 4-page pattern, but okay, so you got 1, 2, 3, 4, but 3 and 4 are like less than a 10 block, so I'm probably going to finish page 1 and 3, and then 2 and 4, respectively. So on a generic piece of 14 count Ada that I got in a giant box of odds and ends that really worked for me. It made me happy. I really hope the needle is somewhere in there. That's gonna bug me until I find it. It's gonna bug the bejesus out of me. Alrighty. And like I said, I rock them in the Daiso bag. Is it anywhere on me? See, I don't have a needle binder on that one, because I'm an idiot. I live in peril of like losing needles because my cousin once kneeled on a needle and it got stuck under her kneecap and broke off, and there was surgery involved. It was just disgusting. So I live in peril of lost needles. Plus I have many pets who are problematic for me if I lose needles. Okay, next up I decided to pull out the Pokemon and work some on it. I did get this Pikachu binder. It's so adorable. So that is how far I got. I'm almost done column 3. I am doing a classic parking here. So I have Explodey Bird, Flamey Eevee, and Pinchy, also known as Zapdos, Flareon, and Pinsir. I have not started Fire Chicken or Robot Nose or Bully Bully. Bully Bully is called Taurus. I give them stupid names. Robotic Nose is Prygon, and I forget what Flame Chicken is, but I'm sure my husband will correct me as soon as I start stitching it. And this is 1/1 on 18 count. My Mirabilia is 2/2 on 28 count, and my Whimsical Kitty is 2 over 1 on 14. I am still really, really paranoid by that whole I don't know where the needle is thing. Alrighty. So it goes, so it goes. And now, that goes with that. Birthday haul, because that's all I've worked on. I worked on 3 things. I finished 1 thing and I worked on 3 others. Quite frankly, that's a win as far as a week goes. I think I might try and do, I'm not necessarily a rotation, but not a rotation, but I think I'm going to limit myself. Like, I'm only going to work on my Mira or on Stevie on the weekends. Like Saturday, Sunday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday are going to be her days. And then I'm going to work on other things throughout the week. That may help me out just to get more variety in there. I don't know. So, into wiping the coffee leftovers, into what I purchased for my birthday, because I'm sure you're all just chomping at the bit. I go through these 3 first because they're the boring ones. I got some clearance fabrics from 123 Stitch for future use. This is 28 count smoke gray linen, 13 by 18 piece. It's very stiff. Like, seriously, it's like dealing with canvas. But I haven't worked on a lot of linen, so I really wanted to give it a try. And then I bought my first ever piece of 32 count. Never used 32 count. This is Plum Street Paddock Linen, 13 by 17. And it is just a very boring neutral. Because very boring neutrals are good, and quite frankly, the piece was like $4 or something because it was clearance. And then I got a piece of 35 count Peeps Lost Sheep linen, 12 by 17. And I'm thinking a frosted pumpkin stitchery would look really nice on this. It's a little darker, but everything's blown out on my screen right now. It's a little darker. And I'm thinking that frosted pumpkin would look good on this. I think maybe the cherry blossom one. I'm not 100% sure. I have no idea about 35 count, but it doesn't look too rough, so those were the pieces of fabric I got, because you can never have too much fabric laying around if you're gonna start things. Because my knitting stash wasn't big enough, I need to now acquire the stash of stitching related things. And the other thing I bought from 123 Stitch was this. Look at him. This is a Marjolaine Bastien Owl and Autumn Leaves cross stitch kit. And I saw him and his eyes spoke to me, or it might be her, I'm not sure. It will tell me while I'm stitching it. It is 2 over 2, I believe. 2 over 2 on 20, I want to say 28 count, 27 count. Which is a bit odd, but I just love it. I love it. I love this particular owl. I've never had a Lanart kit, and so it comes all wrapped up nicely like this. So I can show you. I've never had a big Lanart kit. My little Lanart kit was not this well put together, but it's already organized. It's got a thing. It's got a nice big pattern. And this box is wonderful. So I am so looking forward to stitching this. I think the owl thing, I like birds in general, but I think the owl thing is a carryover because my mom loves owls. So owls always remind me of my mother. And like, I got the owl tattoo for her. And I may give her this when I'm done stitching it. But it's so pretty. Something about that look just spoke to me, and I had to have it. And it was my birthday, so I was like, whatever. I'm buying it. And I did. And the other two things I bought. I ordered this. It took forever to come. But here it is. And I got one of these because I saw on Jewlicious she is doing, or has done, is in the process of one of the Stitchy Box Northern Expression Needlework series. These are mini twists. Mini twists? Yeah. There are going to be 6, one every 2 months. This is mini twist number 2, the Rhodes and Rice stitches. And so it's basically a mini band sampler where you get to learn how to do specific stitches. In this case, this is the Rhodes stitch and the Rice stitch. I picked it because it's called Halloween Harlequin. And I got the packet to go with it. It's very reasonably priced. I believe it was under $30 for me to get the packet and the hard copy of the pattern. So it comes with a little piece of 32 count hand dyed linen. I believe this is Picture This Plus. Apparently I'm going to start working on linen like nobody's business. But I really wanted to have exactly what it looked like. So there's this little piece it comes with. I love the color of it. I may actually have to go hunt down this color and buy some because I think a mermaid would look really pretty on it. Get a little packet of Toho beads. 15-1 raspberries and olives. I'm not quite sure. That handwriting is a bit hard for me to read. Dinky Dyes Stitchy Box exclusive Trick or Treat. And then Fiberlicious Imperial Purple. And so I got the kit, I got the pack. I have a sneeze coming. So that is going, I really want to do that soon. I don't know how long it's going to take me to get there, but I'm excited, and I might order the other mini twist boxes. There's one I wasn't really sold on because I didn't like the colors they were using, but I still may get it because I feel, after having looked through the entirety of the pattern, that they're very informative and descriptive, and I just like them. They're fun. And lastly, the pièce de résistance. He doesn't have a name yet, but I saw him from across the room, and I was on eBay. It was a late night on eBay, and I like to look at various things and see if I can find any really good deals, and this was an intermediate deal. Better than on Stitching Bits and Bobs, but not anything to write home about. However, I haven't seen this one because I hadn't looked at the full Stitching Bits and Bobs selection until I went to look and compare prices. They don't have it at 123 Stitch, and I just never seen him before, and he talked to me, and I said, hey, how you doing? And he said, you want to make me and bring me home because I am regal and resplendent. And I was like, yeah, I do. Okay, I totally do. This is Pelican by the Courtney collection. And I have seen a lot of Courtney collections lately, and I love them. I really love Mermaid's Folly, which is being done by Eclectic Possessions. I love Bernadette. I forget what her name is, but she is beautiful, and Evergreen Stitches is doing her, as well as Nightmare. I love the Maiden's Fair. I love the Beasties. I love them all that I've seen, but none have I loved so much as the Pelican. So I need to find, it calls for 40 count over 2. It does have it listed for 20, 18, 16, and 14. It calls for Averasol, but I'm not doing that for floss. It's not going to happen. I will have to figure it out. I don't think I'm going to go black. I think I'm going to go with 3799. 3799, I'm thinking. I'm not 100% sure. I don't want to do 3371, but I think that really dark gray would look perfect for him. And I don't know what background I'm going to do him on. But now that summer is here and I can trust in Mother Nature, I'm going to be starting some natural dyes, which means I can naturally dye Ada and linen because I don't need any sort of specialty stuff to do that. So I'm probably going to start naturally dyeing some Ada and linen, and maybe I'll come across something that'll be perfect for my Pelican. Maybe. That is everything I've got so far going on today with you here. The last thing I wanted to do was I wanted to announce that I am going to be doing a giveaway. If you've made it this far, I'm going to be giving away one set of my silks, because I'm a nice person. So there are, how many of them? 4, 5? 5. There are 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. Anyway, all you have to do is make a comment on this episode, and next episode what I'll do is I'll end up writing everybody on a piece of paper and throwing it in a hat or whatever, and then I'll just draw from there. Or maybe a bowl. I don't know. Some sort of receptacle. But either way, if you would like to win these, they are 20 meters a piece. They are 100% silk. It is a filament silk, I believe. Not a spun silk. But they are very pretty. So leave a message in the comments on this particular YouTube, and I will be drawing for that next week. It's my birthday, my belated birthday gift to the world. So I hope you are having a happy stitching week. I hope you are having a great summer, and I will see you all next week.